Have you ever stopped to notice how calm the world feels when everything goes silent? In our everyday lives, we are surrounded by noise, conversations, notifications, advertisements, and even our own racing thoughts. It is easy to get caught up in all this, forgetting the power that lies in simply being quiet. Silence is not just about the absence of sound, it is a tool, a discipline, and an art. It helps us focus, reflect, and connect with our own inner selves and others. In this video, we will explore how talking less and embracing silence can lead to greater clarity, peace, and purpose. In today's fast paced world, it often feels like we are expected to talk all the time. Whether it is explaining ourselves, sharing opinions, or feeling awkward silences, we rely on words to communicate. But have you ever noticed how sometimes too much talking leads to confusion? When we ramble or over explain, the main point can get lost. Worse, excessive talking can make us say things we later regret. Our world is filled with constant chatter, both external and internal. The pressure to always say something, to always have an opinion, can clutter our minds. This noise distracts us from what is truly important. In such a chaotic environment, silence becomes a rare and valuable refuge. Silence gives us a chance to pause and reflect. It allows our thoughts to settle, making it easier to see the bigger picture. Imagine this: after a heated argument, you choose to sit quietly for a moment instead of arguing back. In that silence, you begin to understand your emotions. You reflect on what went wrong, why you felt upset, and how you might handle the situation better in the future. This clarity doesn't come from talking, it comes from being quiet and listening to your own mind. Silence also enhances our decision making skills. When we stop talking and start observing, we gain insights that we might have missed otherwise. Instead of rushing to respond or act, we take the time to think things through. This can lead to a better, more thoughtful choices in both personal and professional settings. Scientific research supports the power of silence. Studies show that quiet moments can reduce stress, improve focus, and even boost creativity. When we are silent, our brains have a chance to rest and reset. This is why many people experience their best ideas not during busy conversations but during quiet times, like taking a walk, meditating, or simply sitting alone. Silence can also improve memory. When the brain is not overloaded with information, it can process and retain what it has learned more effectively. Furthermore, moments of silence help lower cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress, creating a sense of calm and balance. Silence is not just beneficial for personal growth, it also strengthens relationships. Often we think we need to respond immediately in conversations or solve problems with words, but sometimes the most supportive thing we can do is simply listen. When we are silent, we give the other person space to express themselves fully. Silence shows that we respect their feelings and are truly present. It is in these quiet moments that trust and understanding are built. A well-timed pause can speak volumes, showing empathy, patience, and care. Another benefit of silence is that it helps us become better listeners. Many of us listen only to respond, not to understand. When we focus on silence, we can hear not just the words people say but also the emotions behind them. We start noticing the tone, pauses, and unspoken feelings that often carry more meaning than the words themselves. If you are not used to silence, it can feel uncomfortable at first, but like any skill, it gets easier with practice. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to simply be quiet. Turn off your phone, close your eyes, and let your thoughts settle. This practice, often referred to as mindfulness or meditation, can have profound effect on your mental clarity and emotional well-being. In conversations, practice listening more and talking less. You will find that the less you say, the more meaningful your words become. And when you do speak, others are more likely to listen. Finally, embrace the pauses. Don't rush to fill every moment with words. Let the silence do its work. It can often communicate more than words ever could. Silence is as a way of life. In a world that often equates talking with productivity and success, choosing silence can feel counterintuitive. But silence is not about doing nothing. It is about doing something important, like thinking, reflecting, and understanding. It is about finding clarity in the chaos. Silence teaches us to pause before reacting, to think before speaking, and to listen before responding. It helps us connect with our inner wisdom and make better decisions. It strengthens our relationships by fostering empathy and understanding. And most importantly, it brings a sense of peace and clarity that is hard to find in the noise of daily life. Silence is not a weakness, it is a strength. It is not about avoiding conversations, but about choosing your words wisely and giving space for reflection. In silence, we discover clarity, creativity, and connection. We find solutions to problems, strength in moments of doubt, and understanding in times of conflict. So, the next time you feel the urge to talk or feel the silence, pause and let the quiet moments guide you. Unlock the power of silence, and you might just find a clearer, calmer, and more meaningful life waiting on the other side. Thank you so much for listening.